Did you know that Minnesota currently has over 13,000 children within the foster care system? Perhaps you know someone who's a foster child, or you were one yourself. Our state has one of the largest increases in that number in recent years. So today I'm going to talk about the history of the foster care system. After listening to my speech, you will be able to understand the history behind foster care and how it has evolved over the years. The history of the foster care system has changed from the early days, but the concept remains the same. The foster care system exists to help children find homes. The three main points I will talk about are the foundation of the foster care system, how the foster care system evolved, and the rules and regulations currently in place regarding the foster care system. First, according to Murray and Geisreich, in 2004, children were placed in homes as early as the 1500s. They were placed with widows who volunteered to take care of them. The main reason for placement back then was children's parents were deceased. The first foster home movement was started by Charles Brace back in the 19th century when he helped 30,000 homeless children find homes. These immigrant children were living on the streets of New York, and Charles placed ads throughout the United States to find all 30,000 children homes. It was a complete volunteer situation, and the children were placed for free. The families did not receive any money to house these children and take care of them. In the 1900s, Massachusetts was the first state to pay families to house children, and Pennsylvania was the first state to make laws surrounding the foster care system. In the 1900s, social service agencies began to supervise foster care homes. These agencies kept records, visited the homes to make sure they were safe to place the children in, and they also took the children's wants and needs into consideration before placing them in a home to make sure that it was a good fit. And then agencies also began working with the biological families to provide the necessary skills to have their children return to them rather than remain in the foster care home. And today still, the foster care system remains a safe place for children to be placed, so their biological families can get the training, skills, education, or anything else they need to help them be successful parents. The main reason for today's foster children is parental drug abuse and addiction. In today's foster system, it's required for each foster care home to go through all licensing procedures and be granted a license before placing children within the home. And depending on the amount of space in the home, the licensure will decide how many children can safely be placed in that foster care setting. Children will be placed on an as-needed basis for either a short time or an extended period of time, depending again on what their family does to get where they need to be. And according to the Minnesota Department of Human Services in 2016, the average stay for a foster child is 316 days. So as we all know, that is approximately 1 year. And that number depends on the success of the parents, again, in completing what needs to be completed to gain custody of their children back. The foster care system has come a long way from when it first began, with children being placed for free. The laws and regulations have changed from not having any strict procedures in assuring each home that has children placed in it is a safe environment for these children to thrive. I hope you've learned a little bit about how the system works and where it is in the current times. Thank you.